Hello, everyone, and welcome to this absolutely exciting and news-breaking edition of the Sleep Like a Boss podcast, blog, video. Yes, because it's basically the last one with me as your host. So it's a new era today in 2022, and I'm very, very excited to announce the changes that we're going through. So I'm going to introduce you in a minute to a very, very lovely, exciting, and efficient person, and you'll know why I'm using all these adjectives in a second. But before I do that, I did want to introduce you or let you know or fill you in into why we have changes coming to Sleep Like a Boss. So Sleep Like a Boss was born in 2015, I believe, 16. The idea in 2015 and the website and the whole business in 2016. And it took me around a year to really get it down to the methodology that we have today. We've grown the team in 2019 to quite a lot of team members because I decided to step back from client work and focus more on the role of a CEO whilst doing my new business, Christine Means Business, more business consulting and coaching. And as it has worked, really fantastic. We have beautiful team members. We even had changes there too. And I have to say that the new people are even more amazing than people we had in the beginning. I'm very happy with all of it. I decided that actually I do prefer my new business a lot more. And I decided to hand over the company to one of my team members. So I will stay on as the founder, and if words of wisdom are needed, but we have a new CEO who's going to take over Sleep Like a Boss completely. And that is Annika Carroll. And because I'm not organized, I thought I had introduced you to her because she's been with us for a year now, but I completely forgot. So it was just totally typical. And I'm very happy to announce that she's much more organized than I am. So that won't happen in the future. So it is an enormous honor because Sleep Like a Boss is obviously my baby. And we've had quite a ride. I'm very proud of the company. I think we've done an amazing job. We're serving so many people. We have an amazing method. It's really, really cool. So I'm very proud of it. And it was not easy for me to let it go now in the end, but I know that it's in very, very good hands. So I'm going to introduce you to Annika today. So that you can get to know the new face of Sleep Like a Boss, and she will introduce herself as well. And also, talk maybe a little bit about what might happen in the future, what stays the same, if anything is going to change. So Annika, welcome.
Thank you so much. This is exciting. Yeah, it's like times have changed, right? But it's really exciting. And I'm really, really grateful that I get this opportunity to take over Sleep Like a Boss.
I'm very excited. I'm very emotional about it, honestly. Like I never think about things until they really happen. But I'm very, very much feeling at ease because I know that you'll take good care of the company, of everyone who's working with the company. So that is awesome. Now, tell people a little bit about who you are, where you are, why you decided to join Sleep Like a Boss in the beginning, and then we'll take it from there.
Sure. Yeah. So, my name's Annika Carroll. I'm a German living in Canada. My husband's originally here from Canada, and about 3 years ago, we decided to move, pack our bags, and start a new life here, which was about the time that I had just recovered from my first burnout. And that is kind of where my sleep story started. I have a background in human resources. I worked for Johnson & Johnson in the corporate world for about 15 years, and I had my son with his whole birthing story, PTSD, full blown, which turned over time with working lots, long hours, big responsibilities into mega burnout. And that was actually my first touch point with sleep, where I used to sleep like a rock, like a boss. I did, always. And then when Henry was born, that kind of changed. And I was like, yeah, that's like the babies and moms don't sleep, like the classic thing, right? It's going to go away. And then I had my burnout, and then I developed sleep anxiety big time. Like I was having panic attacks. I was not sleeping. I fell asleep at night. I woke up awake from 1 to 4 every night. And I was just, that kind of led to burnout. And then I decided to switch careers. And I was like, well, I've always been interested in like nutrition and how things can naturally heal the body. And I really believe in that we give the body the right tools, it can heal itself. Yeah. And so I went into nutrition, and that wasn't enough. I was like, no, there's a piece of the puzzle that's missing. And at that point, I was actually going into my second burnout. And then I think I found you through a podcast, because I was like, am I going to start a nutrition business? And at that point, you had a podcast with Kendra. And I was like, oh, she sounds really cool. And she has a sleep business. And what is a topic that I love? And that's sleep. And if I can combine it with nutrition and functional testing and getting to the root cause for people, that's exactly what I want to do, because I think that was my personal experience too. Until I found somebody who had put all the puzzle pieces together, I didn't get better fully. There was always a little step, and then it'd be like you're taking one step forward, you're falling 2 steps behind, you're taking another step forward. And it took me 2 years to go through that whole journey. And you can have it a lot faster if you involve the people who've done it or who have a method and who know what they're talking about. And I've seen it with clients too now with Sleep Like a Boss, right? It works.
It works.
It's fantastic.
It's awesome. And seriously, I still have goosebumps when I think about it, because it was a journey, to find all the different pieces. I did my certification, my diplomas, and I puzzled it all together. And here is the great difference between Annika and me, though, because I'm a generator by human design. I like shiny things and I develop them, and then I'm like a butterfly. I'm like, oh, I'm going to go somewhere else. Annika is a little different there. She loves the topic, and she continues and still, continues to educate herself, and she's on it. Like, where I am more as in, okay, I'm kind of bored now, I want to do something else, and things change in the health industry all the time. It's ridiculous. She's on it. So I am really happy, because I really think that by now I'm outmatched. Like, seriously, the student has become the master and master plus, so to say. And so I think that is really, really important for someone, to be really in love with the topic. Whereas I never had sleep issues. Like, I loved it because I knew I could help people. It was an interesting niche from a business perspective here. But it was not necessarily, what I was fascinated about. Whereas I know that Annika, she is like in tons of groups, reads tons of books and things, and is in courses and follows these people and listens to a gazillion podcasts, which is so helpful. So I'm very, very happy that she's taking over and that you guys are in such good hands. It is very exciting. It's very, very exciting. And also that you have your sleep story, because I didn't, so so let's talk a little bit, because our whole team has changed, like in terms of also education. So we have some team members who started to add things, which means that the Sleep Like a Boss power has grown. Like, the things that we can offer have become very, very interesting. So Annika, I think it's best if you introduce the audience to what we will look like, what your team will look like, how it will develop, ideas that you have. And if you guys out there have questions, obviously get in touch with her. Her email address is annika@sleeplikeaboss.com. And if you just go through the contact form, you will be able to get in touch with her as well. So Annika, let us know what is to look forward to.
Yeah, I think what you said before, it was, you were Sleep Like a Boss. I think you were the brand, you were the one who birthed this and developed it. And then there was the team, and how we would like to shift it maybe a little bit is to position ourselves as a network of sleep experts, because that's what we believe we are. And we do have different strengths and different backgrounds in what we bring to the table, which I think is fantastic, because whatever client profile we get, whatever issues the client comes to us, we can brainstorm as a team. We can look at it from all kinds of different angles. We have people who have a nutrition background. We have people who have environmental toxicity as a specialty. We have somebody who's just going into psychology and trauma work, people who are looking into tapping, emotional freedom techniques, breath work. We have a naturopath now on the team, which I think is also really exciting. So we have a whole team of fantastic people who will just really, I think, enrich that experience that we can give to our clients and make sure that they can sleep again.
I agree. And one of the wonderful things is that as a team, we meet at least once a month, probably we'll have to say, because we're so global by now, with Australia and the US, and Europe, time zones is just a little bit of a hassle. But it means that there is always a combined mastermind happening on a regular basis with an exchange. So if someone has a question, and obviously we have a group as well, you will know that as a client, without revealing anything, personal about you, if one of our team members has a question, there is not just that one person that you have at your disposal, but you have a number of brains that will contribute to your health, and getting better and getting your sleep back. And let's have a scenario where we would, for example, see, okay, you might benefit from a tapping session, then we have the person to talk to, or any new supplements that might have come out and someone else, like our naturopathic doctor, has had great experience with, or any gadgets that help with EMFs, electromagnetic fields. Some people are very, very sensitive to that. We'll have an expert on that. So you get very quick responses that way. And I think that is just really powerful, and it doesn't exist anywhere. That is giving me like the chills, because it's like Sleep Like a Boss is this beautiful new, it's really Sleep Like a Boss 2.0. It's this beautiful new on steroids kind of business that is launching this year. And I'm just super, super proud of having been, the foundation, and having Annika now bringing it into this new era of even more service for you guys out there.
Yeah, absolutely. We're so excited for this.
Wonderful. So there's going to be lots of things happening. What are some of the things that will stay the same?
I think what will stay the same is, for the time being, we're still going to be working one-on-one with people. So you're going to get, you can go on our website, sleeplikeaboss.com, and you can look at the team there, and you can schedule a call with somebody. For us, it's important that it's the right person, that the fit's there, that you feel comfortable, that you feel you can trust that person and work with that person. We're going to have our bi-weekly newsletter. That's not going to change for now. And we're going to have our podcast. That's also not going to change. We might have a few more guests on over the next little while, just to touch on a few different topics and see what you guys are interested in. And if there are any specific topics, let us know. Either reply to the newsletter if you have subscribed to the newsletter, or send us a note in the contact form. Super happy to get your input and what's interesting to you. Even with Michaela, with our naturopath, we can go a little scientific if that's something that you've done your own research in, and you're like, I want to learn more about certain things. Just let us know. We're happy to talk about it. And then we'll take it from there and grow the business. And we have quite a few public speaking engagements already for this year set up, which is very exciting, because we're seeing more and more also employers taking responsibility there and stepping up into how can we support employees in sleeping better, and how does the workplace environment actually potentially harm sleep, and how can we support there. That's also a field that I personally, because I have that background in corporate, I find very interesting, and I'm very happy that gets supported from an employer perspective. So there's lots of new things coming, and lots of things staying the same. So keep an eye out, and we hope we can serve you with great information that'll help you get better sleep.
Absolutely. So that is the exciting bombshell news, I'm very excited. I think starting this in 2022, it's magical number. This is going to be fantastic. So this is it for me. I am so honored that you've spent the time with us so far, that you took this first leap of faith, seeing me on a bed smiling at you guys. I still can't believe you took it seriously in a way, but I'm very glad. It was an absolute honor, and I'd still be in the scenes in the background, but it's Annika's baby now. She's the CEO, the Chief Executive Officer. That's what it is. And we're very, very excited. So thank you for being with us. share the word, spread the word, if anyone that you know who has issues with sleep, who have been struggling with it and who feel a little bit alone, we're there for them. And Sleep Like a Boss will be serving you even better in the next coming years. So it's a great journey. Thank you for your trust. Thank you, Annika. I wish you all the best. It's so exciting. Very, very, very happy about this. And stay tuned, because you will have a new blog post very, very soon with new information, new stories, and anything about sleep. So thank you for watching, and talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.